Okay, let's do the last year prelim paper 1. Let's go through this paper. The one we did yesterday uh, in class. So this one. So 20 cents as a percent of $74. You need to change this to be dollars. It must be in the same unit. Then you can change to percentage. So it's express 20 cents as a percentage of $74. It's like this. Express 20 cents as a percentage of $24. Then you press calculator, 100%. You get this 0.27027%. Then you round off to 3 as in 0.2703 as in. That's my answer. Okay, the next one. Construct an equator triangle here, ABC. So I measure this is actually 7 cm. On the table 7 cm. I take the compass and draw an arc here, which is 7 cm. This will be 7 cm. I draw another arc here. This is also 7 cm. That's how I draw the equilateral triangle. All sides must be 7. I must have these two arcs. These two arcs are the most important. This one is the working. Okay, for this. Then to draw the perpendicular bisector, I must have the two arcs also. Something like this. One arc is like this. I must have one arc is like this. Then I can draw out the perpendicular bisector. You see this part? You must have these two arcs as your working. You see this part? Then the next one is this. To draw out the angle bisector cut of ABC, I must have two arcs here, one arc here, one arc here. This is my angle bisector, like this. Then you can take out the angle bisector for ABC. Try again at home. Okay, for this. The next one, factorize fully. Factorize fully for this. So 9 is 3 times 3x. 12y is 3 times 4y. The common factor is 3. So factorize fully, take out common factor 3, 3x plus 4y. That's my answer. See this part. X squared minus 3x. This is x times x. 3 times x. The common factor is x. Take out common factor left x minus 3. That's my answer. Okay, for this part. The next one. Two sides of a kite, complete the kite diagram. So the dotted line actually is here. Because it has the beginning symmetry, right? It should be like this. And then like this. So that you flip over here and here is the same. You see this part? Then what is the order of rotational symmetry? So if I have to rotate from here to here is not the same. I have to rotate from here all the way back to here, then it's the same shape. So the order of the symmetry is only one. Is only one. Okay, for this part. The second uh the next question. The time taken to renovate a room is inversely proportional to the number of workers renovating it. So meaning what? Inversely is one go up, one come down. So if time to workers is inversely proportional. I have more time, I need fewer workers. I have more workers, I need fewer time. I need 20 hours for 6 workers. If I only have one worker to renovate the whole room by himself, he need 20 times 6, 120 hours. Because what he one person do lah, so you take him longer time. So that's why it's called inverse, opposite. One person take 120 hours, 8 person, you will take 120 divide by 8, shorter the time. 15 hours. You see this part? This is what they mean by inversely proportional. One go up, one go down. The more workers you have, shorter time. On the shorter, fewer workers, the longer time. Okay, for this. The next one. Solve this question. I think there was equal here. Over 1. Okay, over 1. How come the sign disappeared? How come the sign disappeared? I think should be this one. Let me see from yesterday. This one should be plus. 3x plus. So it's 4 times 1 is 2 bracket x plus 12. So it's 4 is 2x plus 24. So you bring over is minus 24 is 2x. So minus 20 is 2x. So minus 20 divided by 2 is x. X is minus 10. That's your answer. Okay, for this, cross multiply. Then you solve for x. The next one. So for this, find the angle ABC and see how are the triangles related. So to solve this question, right, first thing, what is this angle here? Because this is a triangle. You see this part, this is triangle here. This angle here is 180 minus 74 minus 21. Equal to calculator is 85 degrees. See on this part. Can you see these two arrows? It means that alternate angles, the Z. These two angles are the same. This angle is also 21 degrees. You see this part. Then you can see there's a straight line here. A straight line angles add up to be 180. This angle is 180 minus 74 minus 21 is 85 degrees. You see on this part. So if I want ABC, which is here, ABC, ABC is here. So this angle here will be 180 minus 85 minus 65. It should be 30 degrees. ABC is just 30 degrees. That's all. Okay for this. Then what is this? How is ABC and DCE related? Can you see? Can you see? ABC and they have the same angles. They actually have the same angles, so they are similar. Okay, so they are similar triangle. Okay, for this, they are similar triangle. The next one. The figures made of the semicircle rectangle. Calculate the area of the figure. So this area, right, is the area of this circle, semicircle is area pi r squared divided by 2. Pi 2.5 square divided by 2. That's the area for this one. You see, then you get answer. For the area for this, right, just primary school, length and breadth, 5 times 10, 50. So the total area, this is 9.8 9.8174. So the total area 9.8174 plus 59.8174. So it's 59.8 cm squared. Okay, for this. Then how many semicircles of diameter 5 can cut from the figure above? So this one is interesting. You see, this height, this uh, length here is 2.5. So this is 2.5. This is also 2.5. So there's a 5 cm here and another 5 cm here. So total is 10 cm lah. Same for this. I use a different color pen. This is 2.5, 5 cm, 5 cm. You see this part. So how many semicircle of diameter 5 can be cut from the figure above? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the original one. You can cut out 5. Okay, for this. Okay, the next one. Calculate the arc length of the sector. Arc length of the sector of a circle. Arc length is S theta 360 times 2 pi r. This is the formula. So it's 50 over 360 times 2 pi 5. Then you press calculator. 4.3633 3SF 4.36. Okay, for this. The next one, this is a simple fraction, the simplest form. So common denominator. This one I think can't remember. Treat it as plus. This one should be minus and not. Right, I can't remember fully, but I think this one should be plus and minus. This is times 5 times 5. This one times 2 times 2. So that you can get common denominator. Uh, this one over 10. Common denominator over 10. Then total you get this. Or don't make a simple fraction. Okay, for this. The next one. Convert this meter square to km square. This one is purely divide by 60. Then you get 0.0054. You see this side. This one is done in this manner. Divide by 1000. 1 second divide by 60. Divide by 60 also. Then from there you get km per hour. This is 1188 km per hour. Okay, for this. Okay, any part not sure you can always rewrite and watch again. The next one. This one is interesting. This one a lot of people can't do this question. So this one is simple interest. Simple interest, remember, is interest is P times R times T over 100. 1.5% yearly. So he pay a total of 6890 at the end of 4 years. So just I recall what is simple interest. Every year you get the same percentage, right? So 100% you put in. Next year is 100% plus 1.5%. Then next year is 1.5% plus 1.5%. Next year is 1.5% plus 1.5% plus 1.5%. So this is 100%. And the last year, fourth year, is this. So you see the year 4. 4 year is like this for simple interest. Because they keep giving you the same interest every year. So technically at the end of the year 4, right, you get 106%. Because you add up all this is 106%. Only for simple interest. Which means 106% is $6890. 1% will be $65. Or 100% is 6500. Okay, for this part, this is how I do. This one is quite interesting because this one tests you on the understanding of simple interest, not so much the formula. You can use the formula, but you'll be very complicated later on. Okay, for this, the next one. So use Pythagoras theorem to show whether equation is correct. Remember what's Pythagoras theorem? A squared plus b squared equals to c squared. A squared plus b squared equals to c squared. Choose the longer side. For this, my c is 70, a and b can be 8 and 16. So use Pythagoras theorem, a squared plus b squared it should be equals to c squared. See if the value is correct. So it's 8 square plus 15 square. 8 square plus 15 square. 289. 17 square. 289. So yes, she is correct. She is correct. Okay, for this. Okay. The next one, the Mandai Zoo question. Some more people can get it correct. This is pretty good. Okay. The next one. So it takes 15 minutes to walk from the zoo entrance to the shuttle bus. What's the data time for the second bus? So they're asking for the second bus, 12:05 minus 15 minutes. Some of you miss out reading the second bus, 1150. 1150 is the latest time you must start walking. So Manwa reached the zoo at 12:50 and spent 4 hours and 40 minutes. What time did she reach the zoo? 1250, 4 hours, 1650. 40 minutes, 1770 or 5:30 p.m. Either of these two. Okay for this. If not these two, then we should be wrong. How much does she have to pay for the shuttle service? So it's two adult and two children on a Saturday. So it's here. 680 and 570. 680 for two and 570 for two. $25. Kerja means the first shuttle bus is one. How long does it take to second shuttle service? It's like a minute, hour and minutes. 12:05 and 10:10. So it's 12:05 and 10:10. From 10:10 to 12:05. He waited 50 minutes, you get 11. 1 hour is 12, then 5 minutes. So you get 1 hour and 55 minutes waiting time for the second bus, shuttle bus. Okay, for this. The next one. So this one, okay, this one. So this is the last question. So let's show you this one. So 1 liter is mass of 1 kg. So this 22,500,000 liters is 2500,000 kg. Change to ton, divide by 1,000, 2500 tons. So it's 2500 tons. So this part. The cross section area of the pool is this part. This part is the cross section area, the shaded part. So they want to find the area of the cross section. So there's two ways. One way is I use the area of a trapezium because this is a trapezium shape. Half the two base, 2 plus 1.5 times the height 50. This is one way to calculate the area of the trapezium. Half times sum of parallel sides times height. 57.5. But if you want another way, is to dissect this into half. You cut this into half, into a triangle and a rectangle. So this area here is 1.5 times 50. This area here is half times 50 times the base. The base here is 0.5. It's 2 meter minus 1.5, 0.5. That will give you a total area. 87.5 also. You'll give you the same answer. Just a different calculation. You can either take the area of trapezium or you can cut the shape into two, rectangle and triangle. Then you solve from there. Given that 1 meter cube is 1 ton, find the width of the swimming pool. So the width here, right? What they meant is this part. Because this is the side that you see, they meant this side. Then it becomes the swimming pool. You see, it becomes the swimming pool. They meant the side that you don't see. So you have 2500 ton, 2500 tons equals to 2500 meter cube. Then you divide this by the cross section area, 87.5 meters squared. 28.7, 28.57 for 28.6 units squared. 8.6 meters squared. That's meter, 28.6 meter, because it's the width. Okay, for this. Then the sine of angle x. So angle x is here. Technically, the triangle is a bit like this for angle x. X is here. This is 0.5 meter. This is 50 meter. This is on the triangle. It'll be like this. So the angle will be tangent. Tangent x equals to O over 8. 0.5 over 0.5. 50 over 0.5. Then the x will be tangent inverse. Tangent inverse 50 over 0.5. 89.47. 89.4 degrees. Okay, for this, that's the sine of this angle x. Okay, look through this again. Then anything not sure, you can ask me again in class. I'll go through with you. Okay, anytime you can pause the video and watch again. Okay, get ready for the prelim. All the best.